Hello everyone, Louismaster here on the China Fake Union, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Xinjili mini action singers. So, I'm going to go over the Warfare Puppetry ones and then the Guitarist ones. So, first, I'll start with the Osama. Now, I got this from Cam Rider in a trade. I gave him a blue guitarist and he gave me one of these. And this one was originally purchased from Furby Man from Malaysia. I think it was from Malaysia. And then Cam Rider bought it off of Fran, and then I got it from Cam Rider. Um, this is the Osama version. There's 4 characters, and there's like 6-ish suit variants. There are the characters are Osama, Saddam, the pirate, and Adam, which is the baby one. And then the suit variants are different from the Osama Saddam and pirate. And then there's a baby suit that has there's the baby one that has 2 different suits. So the Osama, pirate, and Saddam have 3 suits. One is this one, which has a green jacket and a blue pants and shirt. And then there's orange. I call it orange. It's not completely orange, but there's an orange suit, which has an orange jacket with red stripes on the pockets, I think. Let me grab the box. Actually, no. The stripes on the pockets are always white, but the how's it called? The jacket is green. I mean, is orange, and the suit, the shirt, is white with red stripes, and then the sleeves, this part, and the pants are golden. It's not really golden, it's more of a metallic orange, but I really like it, and that one is my favorite suit variant. And then there's the brown suit, which has a brown jacket, and then it has brown pants, brown sleeves, and the suit, the shirt, has brown stripes on it. So those are the colors for the pirate, the Osama, and the Saddam. For the baby one, the Adam one, I should say, there's 2 different suits that we know about, but I feel like there might be a third one. There's a normal camo suit. There's a kind of like a polar camo. It's not really polar. It's like instead of being brown, green, and beige, is brown, white, and light blue, which I think it looks pretty cool. And then I feel like there could be like a different type of camo, which is like a lighter green, because I feel like the one in that one Jerusalem video could have been a different one, but at the same time I really can't remember. So I'll say officially there's 2, but there might be a third. And so this is what the box looks like. It says Word for Puppetry. Has a window box. This is what the first side looks like. This is the Osama 306AA. Saddam is 306AB. If it will focus. Please focus. I mean, you can kind of see. And here's the back of it with all the 4 characters and the instructions. And then here's the other side. 306AC, which is the Atom, and 306A-D, which is the pirate. This is what the top of the box looks like. This is what the bottom is plain. I have the Osama version. Let me swap him around. I have the Osama version, which is definitely my favorite character, but um, I also really like the Adam one. And the suit isn't my favorite. Like, I really like it, but the suit, my favorite suit is the orange one. The orange suit Osama is definitely my favorite combination, together with the camo suit Adam. And the beard is very different from every other item I have. It's really, really, like, it's kind of stiff. It's not soft at all. And it's really light brown. My Warfare Puppetry has a gray, black-ish beard, and uh, the bigger Xinjili ones, which have a layered puppetry base. Not many people have seen those, but there's a version that has like a mini Warfare Puppetry mechanism. It's not one of these. It's a Warfare Puppetry mechanism, but it's really small. And then it has a layered puppetry base. That one is the kind of big uh, Xinjili Warfare Puppetry. I think it's Xinjili. Um, that one has a black beard as well, but this one has this. It's not really black. It's more of a light brown beard, which doesn't really make any sense because the mustache is black, the hair is black, eyebrows are black, but the beard is a different color. So that doesn't really make any sense. But I guess that's just what they went for. Um, the Osama is the only one that plays Witch Doctor. All the others play a different song. Um, I only have the Osama for the Warfare Puppetry series, but I do plan on getting the whole series because it's probably my favorite series. And so, like I said, this is the Osama, and this has a lot of accessories. It has the walkie-talkie. It's just like the big Pushoon ones, but it's small. And then it has this. It's not really a karambit, but it has this tactical knife thing. They didn't even crap. They didn't even bother painting the handle, so it's just completely silver. But there's a wood grain over the handle, and this goes in one pocket. And then it has a revolver gun that looks like this, and a little mask, which, let's see if I can pull it out. Crap. It looks like this. This is a Warfare Puppetry mask. It has the pins for something where you could clip it on, but there's no place for it, so you can't put it anywhere. You have to hold it in the pocket. And so yeah, I'm not sure why they decided to put it there, but that's probably because they had the piece rattling around and they just said, why not? Let's make it into an accessory, because why doesn't have enough. It actually has too many accessories. The rifle is kind of oversized. It's not the same scale as the character. I mean, it technically could be, but I feel like it's a bit too big. And then you've got the binoculars. You've got the let me pose the arms. You've got the grenades, which actually unclip. Like the bigger Warfare Puppetry, you can clip them on, clip them off. Crap. Yeah, can't clip it back on. There we go. And that's pretty much it. So this one, it broke in the shipping when Fran shipped it to Cameron. The little lever piece that moves the hips broke, and so Cameron tried to fix it, but he didn't. He couldn't fix it. When I got it, of course, it was broken, and there was a huge glue, like blob, I had to remove. It was like super glue, and that was definitely hardest part, because other than that, all I did was I sanded it down so that it would fit inside the shoe, and then uh, I just scraped the glue off. That's what I meant. And what I did was I put a really, really small amount of super glue and glued the lever back on. And then I let it dry for like 2 3 hours. And then afterwards, to reinforce it, I put baking soda and super glue around the cracked area so that it would hold and it would move just like it used to. And yeah, it does. It works great. Um, it wasn't the easiest repair I've ever done, but it wasn't that hard. And besides that, it works great now. The only complaint I have is that there's no place for the rifle. It just sits on there. And I guess they would have made something like a string to wrap it around the neck, but they didn't. I'm surprised this thing has all its accessories because, like, these things have a lot, and they don't even have a spot for the accessories. So these look like the exact thing that when you get is missing everything. Every single accessory, maybe besides the grenades and the binocular, because those are actually pretty steady. Like they stay in place. But besides that, everything else, if if you're not a collector, of course, everything else will go lost because there's no place for the accessories besides the pockets and the pockets. And that's really my only complaint. They did put a place for the string on the rifle, but they never put a string, so it doesn't really make any sense. But yeah, that's just how they made it. So I'm gonna show it to you. This is really like it's kind of quiet. It's not really that loud, and my microphone doesn't like to catch the audio, so I'm gonna have to place the microphone right next to it. It's really sensitive. The mechanism is a bit loud because the rifle, it's not like the mechanism, but the rifle rubs on the hand when the hand moves. So that's the little rubbing sound you may hear. I'm not sure if you hear it, but you may hear it. But that's it. Um, yeah, that was the Warfare Puppetry series. Now, over to the action singers, the party action singers. You can see I have two of these. Well, that's because these two play two different songs. I know, kind of weird. The boxes are the same, everything is identical, but the songs are different. This is what the box looks like. It has a yellow insert, unlike the Osama. The Osama one has just a crap has just a white inside, and it doesn't really have any insert. This one does. This one has a yellow insert that goes in, and then it has a bottom piece, like a bottom cardboard, where the thing keeps the base in place. The box keeps the base in place. And here's what the box looks like. It says Party Action Singer number 304. So I'm guessing these came first, and then they made the Osama ones, like the Warfare Puppetry ones. This is what the top looks like. This is the import sticker. Imported by Play, the Play of Wenzhou SRL, made in China. Of course. Here's the other side, Party Action Singer, and here's the other version, and then Party Action Singer yet again, And here's the other. This one is actually a really cool one. I love how it looks. And then there's this one, which I guess is supposed to be a cowboy or a country style thing. I guess I'm not 100% sure. And then it says Xinjili right here. And then, yeah. So, there's an Arabic one and an English one. This one is the Arabic one. This one is the English one. And just like you can clearly notice, there's no difference. These two are exactly the same, both in the inside and the outside. And I don't understand why there's two song variants and why one of them is Arabic. Because, like, these, I was expecting these to play Butterfly and Sister Sister. Turns out of the 35 I got, yes, I got 35 of these from a store that was closing down in Italy. They were like €2 each. I sold a bunch of them, and I may be selling the others. So back to what I was saying. Out of the whole lot, 35 of them, like 32 of them played Butterfly, and 3 of them played Baba Oba, which is the Arabic song. I have one Arabic one for each color, a green one, a yellow one, and a blue one. And then I have a Butterfly one for each color. The rest is probably going to be sold. And I think they mistakenly put a bunch of Arabic ones in the batch of English ones, because I feel like the Arabic ones were supposed to be sold in like Israel, in like, I don't know, those in an Arabic speaking country, which would make sense. But somehow 3 of them ended up in Italy. Now the person who found the store, which is called Pepe Napa, he has a YouTube channel where he shows action singers, singing fish, Santas, pretty much every China fake. And he found the store while he was walking around in his city, which is pretty insane. The store had like 50 of them, and I got the stock that was left, which was 35. And out of those 35, out of the whole stock, there was one that played Sister Sister. And this one is owned by Pepe. And all the others played Butterfly. Only 3 of them played Baba Oba. Pepe got the rest of his stock. And he has one Sister Sister one, and all the others are Butterfly ones. I feel like the Sister Sister one is a factory mistake where they put the circuit from one of the regular ones in a guitarist, because both Baba Oba and Butterfly have the whistle in the song, but the Sister Sister one doesn't, which makes me think, yeah, that was supposed to be a regular one, but they put it in a guitarist. And it makes sense, since what they do with these, they make the bass and the mechanism for every single one, and then they just slam a random suit and call it a day. So it's really easy for them to mix up the basses and make a Sister Sister one when it wasn't supposed to be a Sister Sister one. I didn't have any of the Sister Sister ones, and that makes me think even more, yeah, that must be a factory mistake. But that's really cool indeed. So I feel like the ones with the whistle are the legit variants, because I feel like the whistle is supposed to be like a crowd cheering after the, I don't know, performance, I guess. And these two only have that. The Sister Sister one doesn't have that, which definitely is the confirmation that it's a factory error. And so Yeah, these ones. I have the whole guitarist series. There might be an orange shirt one, but I feel like in the whole stock, we would have seen one, but we haven't. So I feel like the orange ones are only for the saxophone ones because yes, there is a saxophone one and there's a drumming one. The saxophone one has an orange shirt variant. All the others have a blue, white. I mean blue, green, and yellow. So I don't really know why they decided to make an orange one of a saxophone one. But I feel like the saxophone ones were the last to come out, so that must be why. And then the drumming ones, there's absolutely no information about those, so I can't tell you if there's an orange one or if there's not. Um, Fun fact: these, I'm not sure about these. These I don't think they do, but this one, the Osama, had a slot for the drums to go in the chest here. There's a pin that holds the guitar. You can see this pin goes through the shirt and here clips into the guitar. So, it stays there. And that pin is really frail. Unlike most of them, on most of the ones I got, the pin is like broken. It's a really easy thing to fix, but you have to be careful with these because they're really fragile. And uh these have like a hook for the drums. Like there's a spot like around here where there's like a hole for a hook, and that hook is the drums hook. I feel like the saxophone ones use the same kind of pin thing as these because the hands on the saxophone ones, the hands don't hold the saxophone. It's not like a jazz man where the saxophone is being held by the hands of the jazz man. The saxophone, the hands don't hold the saxophone. The saxophone is just sitting on there. So you feel like the saxophone ones must use either the same hook as the drums or the same hook as the guitars. But must be one of them because they just can't be held by the hands. Maybe they have like a pin that goes in the hand. I'm not sure. So first I'm going to go and show you the Arabic one, which plays Baba Oba, which is kind of like Baba Thane. And it makes sense because Xinjili and Pushun are related, and Pushun made a Baba Oba warfare puppetry. I mean, a Baba Fiend warfare puppetry. So Xinjili decided, hey, let's make one too. Let's do Baba Oba. I don't really know why, but that must have been their thought. And then there's a butterfly one, which is a regular one. So yeah, just like for the Osama, I'm gonna have to get the microphone close to the item, or it won't really hear, or you won't be able to hear it. But here we go. They're sound activated. They're not really that sensitive. I thought they were gonna be much more sensitive, like the Osama. The Osama is much more sensitive. These ones aren't really that sensitive, and the activation is pretty long. It loops 3 times, and what I like so much about these is that when you turn it on, it has like a bunch of seconds before it actually starts to give you the time to remove the hand from it when it's supposed to roll around. That I think is a really cool feature. And when the whistle, just like you can see, when the whistle plays, the the motor stops, which I feel like is a really cool feature. Um, so This was the Baba Oba one. It's a really odd recording. We found a similar recording on the Malroy website, but this one seems to be auto-tuned. I know, weird, but this is also a higher quality recording than the one we found. It's a pretty high quality one, I'll be honest with you. And the whistle is like super clear. The whole recording is really choppy, is like kind of choppy and bit crushed or compressed. But the whistle is like really good quality, which I don't understand why, but that's just how it is. These things are really weird. And now I'm going to show you the English one. Oh, wait. My bad, I forgot to put batteries in. So, for the batteries, it's kind of weird. You probably already know, but the bass has wheels underneath, so you can't place batteries under the bass. So what you do is you get the character off the bass, just like this. This is the character. Has this little lever that clips into a spinning knob inside the bass, right there. Here's a spinning knob. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but in there, there's a spinning knob. And here's where you put the batteries. There's like this note at the front of a bass, which is not a button, it's actually like a switch, but it doesn't have any electronics. So it's like a lock for the bass when you put the bass on. So what you do is you put the character and then you slide it into the bass, and yeah, you can move it like this. You put the lever in the spinning knob and then you close it, and then you slide the musical note over to lock it in place, and it stays there. I'm gonna put batteries in the butterfly one. It's kind of tricky to put the batteries in because the knob is in the way. So every time you open this up, you have to be really careful or you may risk breaking it. So now I'm gonna show you the English one. And there it is. Now I do have the other variants. I have yellow ones, which look like this. Same thing, but a yellow shirt. And I have green ones, which just like the yellow ones, but have a green shirt. Now, these I won't bother showing because the video may be too long, and they're literally the same thing as the blue ones. They just have a different color shirt. But yeah, all of these have the box, like just as you can see. All of these have the box, and all of these came working, surprising enough. They came with no packaging at all, but it makes sense because they were in the original box. None of them got damaged in shipping, funny enough. Only like one, but it's really easy to fix and it wasn't really damaged. It was more like it just came off the base, and I'm gonna have to put it back on the base. Like the little plate where you lift it to put the batteries. I guess the note kind of slid down in the shipping, and then the character just popped out. But it's nothing I have to fix. I just have to clean them because the face and the arms are kind of sticky. They're not that sticky. On most of them, they're kind of sticky, but not that sticky. On some of them, like this one, oh dear, that one was like terrible. It was so sticky that I had to take the whole thing off, wash it down in water from how sticky it was. And surprising enough, the Osama, I'm not sure if when Fran had it, he cleaned it, which I think he did. But the Osama feels a very different material from these. So I feel like the Osama never really got too sticky. Um, these do get sticky. These, with time, the rubber kind of leaks. I don't really know why, but it's on all of these action. It's like a typical action singer problem where the rubber leaks and becomes sticky. You just clean it off. It's not. It's nothing unfixable. It just. It just does that, and there's no way to change it. The arms are posable, but the poser piece is kind of flimsy, and it tends to slide on the shaft more than actually pose. So you can't really pose it that well, but it doesn't really matter. This arm is not posable. I mean, you can pose it, but it's really hard because you have to hold the body shell and then move it. And it has a lot of play. It's a really loose arm. Like, you can't really pose it that well. The arms are a separate piece, like the wrist from the bracelet on, they're a different piece. And this one actually has guitarist arms. I don't know why they decided to give it guitarist arms, probably just to hold the rifle. But yeah, as you can see, it has a bracelet, but they didn't paint it. And that also makes me think, yeah, these ones are earlier. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed and see you next time.